I just hit it. Disappeared. Give me a second. See, now it's saying it's stinking because I just hit it up. There's 2 Cornerstone Lodges in New York. But you know, it's a form of mockery. Because just going into other scriptures. Jay-Z and them want to be the cornerstone. The Edomite, the white man want to be the cornerstone. They want the Lord's position. They want to be God. You can't sit there and name yourself the cornerstone when the Lord is the cornerstone. That's a form of mockery. There are 2 main places in New York known as Cornerstone Lodge. Depending on whether you are looking for a relaxing getaway or historical sightseeing, the details for each are listed below. Cornerstone, Victorian bed and breakfast, Adirondacks. Okay, so it gives us location. It says vibe, a romantic and cozy Queen Anne style Victorian building, built in 1910. Okay, so I guess this is a restaurant known for 5-course gourmet candlelight breakfast. A restaurant, a hotel. Hold on, a wraparound porch and antique furnishings. All right, it says, this is the point right here. It says Cornerstone Masonic Lodge, Hudson Valley. Location 300 Stage Road, Monroe, New York, 10950. The Vibe is a significant historical site, and they saying Vibe now. They pushing that energy out, which is part of that rap world. You gotta keep your spirit within that realm. History, the lodge operates out of the historic Megara's Stagecoach Inn, which dates back to 1817 and served as a meeting place for early American Freemasons. Features, it features an original 1817 lodge room. The property is managed by the Cornerstone Masonic Historical Society on Facebook, which oversees its ongoing restorations and community events. Right. So yeah, that's what that represents. It's a Masonic lodge. The Masonic lodge, they worship the devil. They do rituals. Jay-Z doing rituals, you know what I mean? And he all the way at the top. That means he partook in a bunch of rituals. All right, this is Exodus chapter 20, verse 1. And God spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord Yahweh thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. You blacks, slants, and Native Americans are the Israelites that were brought out of the house of Egypt. Y'all were the ones that built the pyramids. Y'all were the ones in slavery during that time, during the ancient times. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Leave it to the devil to go nowhere. That's Satan. Anyway, thou shalt have no other gods before me. Jay-Z and them worshiping Satan as the number one God. If you partake in birthdays and holidays, those are other gods. So Jake and worshiping all types of idols, whether they like it or whether they understand it or not. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in the heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity. Worshiping idols is iniquitous. Of the fathers upon the children, you your forefather. You come back in reincarnation as the child. Upon the children, unto the 3rd and 4th generation of them that hate me. Right, so there will be a punishment. You come back in a reincarnation through your father's line. You are your forefather, basically. It's like it's saying it right. You are your forefather. You come back through your line to be judged. The same people that killed the Lord in the ancient world, they consented unto the Lord's death and said, let his blood be upon us. Y'all them same people now here today that's in the Illuminati. that's in these Masonic groups. Same people. Same people going against the Lord, don't want to see the Lord return. Same people that's going to come against the prophets now today to try to kill the prophets. Some of the prophets you're going to kill, a lot of them you're not, because y'all not understanding what time we really living in. The Lord said, if this were my kingdom, then will my servants fight. We going to fight this go round. Y'all not just going to be able to kill us off this go round. That's over with. And brothers that get killed off going to be able to come back right then and there. Right when the kingdom, once the Lord returns and delivers us. Y'all, I'm of the elect. And then the kingdom of heaven going to start with those that were put to death for the word of the Lord, man. So you niggas ain't getting over. You niggas ain't getting over. Y'all gonna be birthed into the kingdom of heaven as the sons and the daughters of the prophets, of the elect, the ones y'all killed. Y'all gonna be birthed and be made righteous though. It says, Exodus 20:5. Again, thou shalt not bow down thyself to them nor serve them. For I, the Lord, Yahweh thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, unto the third and the fourth generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me, and keep my commandments. Right. So the Lord only going to show mercy to those that keep his commandments. And you got to be an Israelite. You got to be a black man, a Latin, or a Native American. The other nations, the heathens, cannot be saved, nor are the laws for them. Should I go there? I'm trying to. This Leviticus 19:4. Turn ye not unto idols, nor make to yourselves molten gods. I am the Lord Yahweh your God. Leviticus 26:1. You shall make no idols, nor graven image, neither rear you up a standing image, neither shall ye set up any image of stone in your land to bow down unto it, for I am the Lord Yahweh your God. Right. Jay-Z is looked at as an idol in this world unto people. He's being worshipped as an idol. You know? Some people probably already actually got images. Because I remember when we was children, and my sister used to have posters. They cut posters of rappers and shit that she liked all on her wall. The room decorated with nothing but artists. Omarion, I think Bow Wow was out at that time. Bow Wow, Romeo, and they got their whole room decked out as little girls. And they cry, hoop holler, and want to kill you if anything happened to those posters. That's idol worship. That's going into idol worship. Let me see what this is. Oh, let's do it on 29. Start from the top with this. Yeah, I'll start at the top. This Deuteronomy 29:1. These are the words of the covenant which the Lord Yahweh commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel in the land of Moab, beside the covenant which he made with them in Horeb. And Moses called unto all Israel and said unto them, Ye have seen all that the Lord did before your eyes in the land of Egypt unto Pharaoh, and unto all his servants, and unto all his land. The great temptations which thine eyes have seen, the signs and those great miracles. Yet the Lord Yahweh hath not given you an heart to perceive, and eyes to see, and ears to hear unto this day. And I have led you 40 years in the wilderness. Your clothes are not waxen old upon you, and thy shoe is not waxen old upon thy foot. Right, so the Lord was with them during them days. Ye have not eaten bread, neither have ye drunk wine or strong drink, that ye might know that I am the Lord your God. And when ye came unto this place, Sihon, the king of Heshbon, and Og, the king of Bashan, came out against us unto battle, and we smote them. So the Lord was with them with that. And we took their land and gave it for an inheritance unto the Reubenites and to the Gadites and to the half tribe of Manasseh. The Reubenites is the Seminole Indians, the Gadites is the Native American Indians, and the Manassites is the Cubans. Keep therefore the words of this covenant and do them, that ye may prosper in all that ye do. Ye stand this day, all of you, before the Lord Yahweh your God, your captains of your tribes, your elders, and your officers, with all the men of Israel, your little ones, your wives, and thy stranger that is in thy camp, from the hewer of thy wood unto the drawer of thy water, that thou shouldest enter into covenant with the Lord thy God, and into his oath, which the Lord Yahweh thy God maketh with thee this day, that he may establish thee today for a people unto himself, and that he may be unto thee a God, as he hath said unto thee, and as he hath sworn unto thy fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob. Right, so that's who we're supposed to be worshiping. We are in a covenant with the Lord, man. Neither with you only do I make this covenant and this oath, but with him that standeth here with us this day before the Lord our God, and also with him that is not here with us this day. For ye know how we have dwelt in the land of Egypt, and how we came to the nations which ye passed by. And ye have seen their abominations and their idols, wood and stone. Wood, Christianity, stone, Islam. In the ancient world, they were called different idols, different gods, different names. Silver and gold, which were among them. And that's what Jay-Z and them worship in our day. That's what all of our people who live unrighteous worship today. It says, lest there should be among you man or woman or family or tribe whose heart turneth away this day from the Lord our God to go and serve the gods of these nations. Lest there should be among you a root that beareth gall and wormwood. And it come to pass, when he heareth the words of this curse, that he bless himself in his heart, saying, I shall have peace, though I walk in the imagination of mine heart, to add drunkenness to thirst. It says, the Lord will not spare him. But then the anger of the Lord and his jealousy shall smoke against that man or woman or child, and all the curses that are written in this book shall lie upon him, and the Lord Yahweh shall blot out his name from under heaven. And the Lord Yahweh shall separate him unto evil out of all the tribes of Israel, according to all the curses of the covenant that are written in this book of the law, so that the generations to come of your children that shall rise up after you, and the stranger that shall come from a far land shall say, when they see the plagues of that land and the sickness which the Lord Yahweh hath laid upon it, and that the whole land thereof is brimstone and salt and burning, that it is not sown, nor beareth, nor any grass groweth therein, like the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, like I mentioned earlier. Admah and Zeboim, which the Lord Yahweh overthrew in his anger and in his wrath, even all nations shall say, wherefore hath the Lord done thus unto this land? What meaneth the heat of this great anger? Then men shall say, because they have forsaken the covenant of the Lord God of their fathers, which he made with them when he brought them forth out of the land of Egypt. For they went and served other gods, and worshipped them gods whom they knew not, and whom he had not given unto them. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against this land, to bring upon it all the curses that are written in this book. And the Lord Yahweh rooted them out of their land in anger and in wrath and in great indignation, and cast them into another land, as it is this day. Right. And with the covenant, we were to keep the law, statutes, commandments, or the curse was going to come upon us. That's Deuteronomy chapter 28. Israel was cast up out of that land because they wanted to worship idols. Jay-Z and them are an example of wanting to worship idols and having a nation to follow them worshiping idols. Hence the reason why the Lord is jacking us up now today. Hence the reason why we are looked at as the scum of the earth and get no justice. So, yeah, that's what's going on. It says, the secret things belong unto the Lord our God, but those things which are revealed belong unto us and to our children forever, that we may do all the words of this law. Right. See, the secrets are only given in this time, just like it was given in the ancient world, to who? The prophets, the apostles, the elect, the chosen, that the Lord ordained to be his ministers. It wasn't given to everyone, you know. But yeah, this is all this speaking on is if Jake were to disobey the Lord, all the curses in Deuteronomy 28 would apply to them, and it did apply, and that we were going to be sent amongst the other nations, which we are amongst the other nations. We were brought over here in slavery, worshiping other idols. But the Lord let us know why it was done, because Jake didn't want to worship other idols. So Jay-Z, them type of motherfuckers that want to worship idols and have us forever in captivity, want us to forever be up under our enemies. But all that's coming to an end, man. That's the reason why we got the truth and able to declare that we are the Israelites now today. And them niggas gonna be put to death. And we're gonna rule in the kingdom of heaven as the righteous, and make all the heathens submit unto us and follow our ways. And we're gonna fuck them up every chance we get according to righteousness behind what they have done unto us, because we are the apple of the Lord's eye, man. I think that's what it said. I'm gonna be jumping through because I don't know where the verse is at, but Matthew 27:1. When the morning was come, all the chief priests and elders of the people did just a lot Jay-Z them got, took counsel against Yahushua to put him to death. And that's what they doing against us now today, because we come in the spirit of Yahushua. Verse 2, it says, and when they had bound him, they led him away and delivered him to Pontius Pilate, the governor, whom was an Edomite, a white man. This was during the time of Rome, the Romans, white men. Verse 3, then Judas, which had betrayed him, when he saw that he was condemned, repented himself. So he repented for his sin, and brought again the 30 pieces of silver, sell out, to the chief priests and elders, saying, I have sinned, and that I have betrayed the innocent blood. Because he wanted the Lord, he tried to provoke the Lord to take the heathen down before the time. And you got them type of guys amongst us, you know. Brothers gonna get spiritual power, and you got guys that's gonna wanna, cause we in hell the way we are, want brothers to take down this society, and that's going against the scriptures. The Lord is bound by His prophecy. Hence the reason why the Lord didn't take down the Romans during that time. He had the power to, but He didn't. Then Judas, which had betrayed him, when he saw that he was condemned, repented himself, and brought again the 30 pieces of silver to the chief priests and elders, saying, I have sinned, and that I have betrayed the innocent blood. And they said, what is that to us? See thou to that. And he cast down the pieces of silver in the temple and departed, and went and hanged himself, right, when he killed himself. Right, so, yeah, all this is coming back around. All this is happening right in front of our face. History repeats itself. We're living in biblical times, like they say. Okay, yeah. This is Matthew 27:21. The governor answered and said unto them, whether of the twain will ye that I... Let me go up. Okay, Matthew 24 and 13. It says, then said Pilate unto him, hearest thou not how many things they witness against thee? And he answered him to never a word, and so much that the governor marveled greatly. Now at the feast, the governor was wont to release unto the people a prisoner whom they would. And they had then a notable prisoner called Barabbas. Therefore, when they, it says, when they were gathered together, Pilate said unto them, whom will ye that I release unto you? Barabbas or Yahushua, which is called Christ, or the Anointed? For he knew that for envy they had delivered him. So they came up against the Lord for envy. They didn't want to lose their seats. They didn't want to be up under the Lord. They didn't want to live righteously. And it's the same thing going on now today with us and Jay-Z now. They don't want to be up under us. They want to live after the manner of the heathen. They don't want us to be the famous above them in righteousness. It says, when he was set down on the judgment seat, his wife sent unto him, saying, have thou nothing to do with that just man, for I have suffered many things this day in a dream because of him. But the chief priests and elders persuaded the multitude that they should ask Barabbas and destroy Yahushua, or whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. The governor answered and said unto them, whether of the twain will ye that I release unto you? They said, Barabbas. Pilate said unto them, what shall I do then with Yahushua, which is called the Anointed, or Christ? They all say unto him, let him be crucified. And the governor said, why? What evil hath he done? But they cry out the more, saying, let him be crucified. When Pilate saw that he could prevail nothing, but that rather a tumult was made, he took water and washed his hands before the multitude, saying, I am innocent of the blood of this just person. See ye to it. Which you wash your fucking hands and saying you're innocent, but then putting a man to death doesn't mean you're innocent. Edomite, devil. That's why the white man is being held accountable. You know? It says, then answered all the people and said, his blood be upon us and our children. And that's the lot Jay-Z and them play now today. And they are the children of the Negroes. Who was in that land during that time? Judah, Benjamin, Levi, the so-called African American man, the so-called Jamaican man, and the so-called Haitian man was in the land during that time. And then you had small remnants of the other tribes, the Mexicans, or the so-called Latino tribes, or the so-called Native American Indian tribes. You know, but predominantly the main body was Judah, Benjamin, Levi. Yeah, so Jay-Z and them condemned because they fit this prophecy. It says, verse 26, then released he Barabbas unto them, and when he had scourged Yahushua, he delivered him to be crucified. To be scourged means to be beaten. All right, so yeah, this is the lot Jay-Z and them playing. The sin is upon them. They sold their soul. They gonna die for selling their soul. Everybody that you see up there in that Illuminati order, throwing up them Illuminati signs and things like that, they are the people that were against the Lord back in the ancient time. Some of them might be able to repent, but the vast majority of them will not. Hold on. Ay. Now it's frozen. Bear with me.